beaches and ran like hell.
So what was your function?
But I landed on D1 the second day.
Yeah.
D2 then.
Yeah, well, still D1 on the night of D1, and we stayed in the barge on the beach.
What did you?
The landing craft.
Did you arrive at the 6th of June or the 7th?
That was the 7th. We were on the shore.
Yeah.
But we didn't get out until the 8th.
Oh yeah.
When daylight came, we got out and ran. We were under fire, but
Were you under fire on the beach already?
we were under fire, but they couldn't hit us. We were such a little target, you know. The shells were passing over our heads both ways, you know. So we actually didn't get anything land by us,
Yeah.
which was nice. Yeah. That it didn't land. But it was still the fireworks were going on, though.
What was your function in the army?
I was an infantryman. I carried a rifle, the lowest form,
Yeah.
with an infantryman.
Now,
Cannon fodder, in other words.
he had passed the tests
Yeah, for the Air Force, yeah, I did.
for the Army Air Corps then. It was
Air
called
Corps,
the Air
yeah.
Corps.
I wanted to be a flyer, obviously. And,
You were just a little too young.
well, they had stopped taking transfers. I couldn't do it while I was in college. My means I had to join and be in the reserve, and my parents wouldn't agree to it, so I couldn't do it. I was too young to sign myself.
And then you wanted to be a parachutist.
Yeah,
What was that called?
paratrooper.
And your parents said, no way are we going to allow that.
They didn't know about it. Julia, Aunt Julia wrote me, told me I'd be around to help bury my parents.
But like infantry is not the safest. The safest
Not the safest.
function either.
It's a good thing to avoid.
But at that point, they knew. You didn't know.
But I didn't know what.
But the U.S., the Army knew there was going to be a major invasion and they needed bodies.
Well, everybody knew that. That's why my transfer was not allowed. They stopped taking transfers from the infantry to the Air Force. Once you were drafted or volunteered and you were in the infantry, you stayed there.
So you're 18 years old. 18. And you get that draft notice. And what did your parents do?
Nothing.
You tried to go in younger, but his
Cried.
parents wouldn't sign, you couldn't get assisted.
And you?
I was ready to go, obviously. That time, I know I was going to be drafted.
You were excited?
Hmm?
Were you excited?
I was ready to go. You know, I didn't know where I was going to wind up. I didn't expect to wind up in the infantry. I had no choice. Anyway, the war going on.
How long were you in the army before D-Day?
About 9 months.
So,
Not quite 9 months. It was around that time.
so
George, when you say that the perspective
Yes.
of
Decaf,
joining
coffee,
during
or
a
tea,
world
or
war,
water.
he didn't join, he was drafted.
being drafted during a world war,
Decaf.
and being in the infantry is
What would you like to get?
different than just
Yeah.
joining the army now.
If it's not a problem.
Oh, there's no
Oh my God.
Oh, there's no comparison. Now, the military now is quite a different situation. In the first place, they're much better trained than we were. No
But
question.
they were pushing people in
No
as
question
quickly as
about
they
it.
could because
They
the
needed-
fighting was
And, well, and they're volunteering for it. They're
Right.
for for this kind of service, so they know what they're going into. They know what's going
They're
Well-
more professional soldiers versus being
on. Well, they are
drafted during an
professional.
emergency to fight. and
Well, there
protect.
isn't an
They are
emergency now.
professional. There's no, there is no draft.
Right.
They are all,
No.
No, I'm
from
just
day
giving the
one,
pers-
they're a professional.
No, I understand. I'm saying I'm giving the perspective for them when they
Yeah.
there's a difference between
Well,
soldiers now and soldiers
World
then.
War II was entirely different than what goes on now.
Absolutely, but let's get back to World War II. So,
Netherlands at this particular point was overrun by the Germans at that
Yeah.
time. And that wasn't a very happy time for Holland.
No. We tried to fight back a little bit, but that didn't.
Well,
in fact, they
They were-
tried to starve you guys out. You were, what was 43, like the starving year, Holland?
they bombed you.
Yeah, they
Bombed
bombed.
Rotterdam, didn't
Yeah.
they? Very severely, as I recall.
In fact, your father probably remembered
He,
starving.
no, he wasn't around. He wasn't born.
his
then.
father.
He wasn't born yet. His
No, he
father.
meant Joseph's
my
father.
Isn't that Joseph's father?
Father remembers very much.
His grandfather, yeah. But he was lucky he was living in the south, below the big rivers, and they were already
Oh,
liberated by the
Okay.
Polish.
you guys, and the Polish and the Brits
yeah, yeah.
and the Canadians.
Yeah, but they
They had
They
a
had their
terrible
time under the
starvation time,
Germans.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Sorry.
more on the northern
Okay.
part.
not a good time either. A very bad time.
No, everybody had that experience.
Europe was
So we
so
landed,
devastated.
you know, and then we had to fight through France.
But George, before you landed, how did it go? How far in advance did they tell you that you were going to cross the channel?
They didn't tell us at all.
So what happened one day? How did
Well,
you?
we got to France. We got to England.
Yes. Where
We landed in Scotland. And trained all the way down to southern England, and that was in February.
What does it mean, training down? You had to
Got on a
walk?
train.
Got
They
on-
shipped the
Oh,
train.
We got on the train and
Oh, I see.
trained down. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's okay. After the training
That was in the end of February sometime, and we built our own army camp.
And that grass you were telling us about?
Yeah, that was a wonderful experience. We got put on those English trains, which were like they're very tiny trains, jammed in, and that was a long ride from Scotland all the way down. That's the whole length of the British Islands.
And they
Yeah.
called it gorse, were you saying? The grass that you had to...
Well, like horses in England. When we finally disembarked, when they put us on buses, you gotta understand, we're loaded with everything we own, and, you know, huge packs. We had our rifles and ammunition. God knows why we carrying it there, but we were. And overcoat, thank God. And we put us on these buses, these old buses. It looks like they were rescued from Fifth Avenue. They putted along, you know. We wound up in the countryside out there about 20 miles from Taunton and Exeter. That part of southwest, not quite Wales. We weren't in Wales, we were still in England at that point.
And this was the first time you'd ever been out of the country.
That's true.
And that was kind of exciting, right?
No.
A little bit?
Not when you're staring.
Not
Well-
not the way we were treated.
Not like it was a
It was
vacation, though.
hardly a vacation.
But
They put us in buses there and trundled us out because you could almost walk as fast as those buses ran. We finally get to some destination, and we get out of the buses, and we got to go up a hill. And the bus wouldn't make it up the hill,
oh no.
carrying anybody. It certainly couldn't make it. So we had to drag all this stuff up to the top of the hill.
Did you have to push the bus too?
What?
Did you have to push the bus?
I don't know what happened to the bus. I really,
It
they
fell
couldn't
back
make it
down.
up the hill. It probably left there as far as the bus was concerned. That was as far as it was going to go. We get to the top of the hill, and we expected to find a camp up there, right? That's reasonable. There's nothing there. But a field of gorse, that English heather or gorse, or God knows what it is. And it was mattress sacks up there, empty sacks, and piles of straw.
Mhm.
This is late February, pretty cold
Yeah.
and rainy. No stuff. But by this time, we were exhausted anyway, so we just stuffed the mattress sack, covered ourselves with our overcoats, and went out to sleep in the rain. That's all I remember that. That was a very interesting night. We wake up and we are given the plans for this village that we're making, which is the army camp. And all we had was tools, were gloves, winter gloves, and we had to pull the stuff out and get it down to bare land. Made a camp. We had a camp. Pyramid, then the equipment started coming in. By that time, we didn't need the equipment, but we had tents, pyramid tents, and little flooring on there. And 6 men to a tent. That was our home till June. And there we trained there. We had a training ground. We trained.
But you didn't know what you were training for. I mean, you didn't know you were specifically training
You
for
Well, we
suspected
this
didn't.
it.
particular.
We didn't know when, but we knew, obviously, we're there for that. Because when we went overseas, when we were traveling overseas, we thought we were going to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
When you were on the boat.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the war was just going on and it was
Oh, I
hot.
see. When you
It
were.
was hot in Italy.
Yeah.
And was that where Patton was?
Pardon?
Was Patton in Italy at that point?
Patton was in, yes, well, he was in Sicily. No, he was already back in England. Sicily
okay.
was over.
Because Elliot's dad was flying the the North Africa route over Italy and
Who was
He was over. He
Your
was
dad
he
was in
Egypt.
Asia, wasn't
He
he?
was in Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
Egypt.
He was
I thought it
stationed.
was in
He was
Egypt.
stationed in Cairo.
I thought he was flying the hump.
Yeah, that he was
in
flying the
India.
hump.
No, that was my father.
Oh, your father.
Yeah.
Your father didn't
India.
fly. He
Well,
was in
I
India.
thought your
yeah.
dad was doing that.
No, he was in Egypt.
Okay.
I
They
don't
were
know
flying
why I thought he
sup-
flew the-
They were flying supplies between, which is really strange, Egypt and Turkey. They were going
Yeah,
back and forth.
okay.
Okay. So anyway, so all right, so you knew you were gonna be something
Well,
was
we
gonna
knew-
happen.
We knew that. Yeah.
But what happened on the day that you actually
Well,
crossed the channel to Germany? How did it go?
About June the 2nd, I was on a
Please?
softball team. We had a good softball team. We played for the championship of Southern England.
Wow.
Supposed to play. That game got canceled because on June 2nd, 3rd. Second.